Hey classmates, this is Joy R. Wood, and along with Sarah Bingham and Travis Graven, we will be presenting on community and brand advocacy at Georgia State University. So let's get started. A little background on Georgia State. It was founded in 1913, originally as an outgrowth of Georgia Institute of Technology. It houses 12 schools in and around Atlanta, Georgia, enrolls 53,600 students, employs 1,592 faculty members, and specific to this case, 2.4 million social media impressions have been made, according to Hootsuite. Georgia State was recently named the second most innovative U.S. university. That's a title that was hard won. They worked for it and they're really proud of it. Hopefully, this will help show why. Historically, Georgia State's focus has been on diversity and innovation. Within their student body, 60% of the students are non white, 33% are first generation college students, and 58% receive Pell Grants. This is Dr. Rennick, the Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Success, and he says these populations are historically associated with lower levels of achievement in the post secondary world, and as institutions enroll these students in increasing numbers, innovation for student success is essential. So they feel a responsibility towards innovation in regards to their students. So Dr. Rennick helped develop the 2011 strategic plan. It was committed to improving graduation rates and to better serve the at-risk and underrepresented. They at Georgia State are really good at using high tech tools to solve common sense problems. They use predictive analytics to create things like the GPS advising system. It sends advisors push notifications regarding students who are at risk of dropping out. And to date, they claim 200,000 interventions have occurred due to this system. They also helped develop Panther retention grants, which identified students who, for example, run out of funding just a few credits shy of graduation. So they helped support these students as well, and the strategic plan worked. Dr. Rennick says that the university now confers 67% more degrees than 6 years ago, but most significantly, the achievement gaps between those high risk student populations and the total student body have disappeared. That is definitely something to be proud of. But to move on to branding initiative, how is Georgia State going to educate the masses on the great things that they've got going on? Enter the 2017 branding initiative. The State Way has 4 pillars, and within this branding initiative, they focus on and start conversations about student success, classroom technology, ongoing research, and the surrounding community of Atlanta. This is Terry Coniglio. She's the director of content strategy at Georgia State, and she reflects on the social platforms. The university forges relationships with people like technical visionaries, learners, researchers, and thought leaders throughout the world. So they want to hang out on social media with the people who share their vision. That brand is even infused into the relationships that they make. Now, the State Way, the hashtag itself has had over 18,000 mentions, and Hootsuite relays that has potentially earned 86 million views. These are actual photos from the Instagram feed with hashtag the State Way. In addition to promoting the hashtag, they've developed a website, landing pages, videos, and digital ads. Within the community, they focused on Atlanta by having car magnets all over town. There are billboards, airport ads, stadium ads. And then they also did this infused storytelling where they started using the rhetoric within their website. They had leaders' speeches, including things about the State Way, and they also included it in the brand ambassador program. Hootsuite is the tool that Georgia State has utilized to combine all of their strategies. And Terry Coniglio says that by thinking holistically across media, we used earned and paid media to penetrate through the noise and create an idea our community has adopted and used. So they really give Hootsuite a lot of credit for streamlining the processes to consolidating all of their social media strategies into something that was unified and making it easy enough for even their most traditional, I guess, old school CEOs to feel comfortable using social media to help promote the university.
Hey everyone, so going off of Joy, I want to discuss more about the Hootsuite platform and show the way that Georgia State was able to use this hashtag, the State Way, and were able to brand themselves and to interact with their community in a way that they had not done before. Um, so, a little bit about the platform of Hootsuite. It offers a variety of different features for businesses, of all sizes. And so, Georgia State chose Hootsuite, and two of the features specifically that they chose were Hootsuite Enterprise and Hootsuite Amplify. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about both of those. But as you can see here on this slide, this is a screenshot about the Hootsuite platform, just kind of showing the different, I guess, streams that you can see whenever you're on the dashboard. It shows your posts, the posts you have scheduled, inboxes from a variety of, your different accounts that you have hooked up. So a platform like this worked really well for a university because it allows for a lot of control over a lot of different aspects of your media and online presence. Um, and so these features allowed Georgia State to centralize their messages and their communications into one single place. So, a little bit more about these features. Enterprise is a feature that works well for higher education institutions. It allows for large scale custom solutions for marketing strategies that are developed by these organizations. And Amplify is a feature that allows organizations to tap into the power of current employees in an organization and give them detailed, pre approved things that they are allowed to share on their own personal accounts. And it helps keep a uniform voice. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about each of these here. Amplify, like I was saying, it really is useful for connecting with employees, and it helps spread messages that employees are able to share pre-approved content, and it keeps a uniform voice, which is really important for an organization like Georgia State University because they have a very specific way that they want to connect with students and alumni and other variety of people that they are connecting with, different audiences. So another reason that Amplify works well is that it is really made for mobile content, which is a lot of the content is shared now comes through a mobile device. So to be able to allow employees to have access to these messages that they know are going to be safe to share really helps get the word out, spread their brand more, and really connect with those audiences in a way that they haven't done before. So continuing to talk about the Amplify topic, so it really helps the social media presence among students and staff, and it allows for a custom experience because students and faculty don't have to see the same thing. It's really tailored to who the user is. And I have a quote here by Terry Coniglio, the Director of Content Strategy for Georgia State, and she says, "Our team adds content to the app that is relevant and written for each audience, so the wording looks natural when they share it to their personal accounts." So again, that just kind of shows that consistent voice, the consistent branding across all platforms, and no matter who the user is, they're all sharing the same voice, which is very important. So the enterprise feature, I have a screenshot here from the the Hootsuite Enterprise link right here that I've included. And it just shows how this option works well for higher education institutions. You can see here it serves a variety of different people related to the university. So we have, staff, per potential students, and alumni as well, who are all very important, relationships and audiences that universities maintain. And so by being able to, maintain all three of these different audiences in one platform, it really contributed to the success that Georgia State saw. And I want to talk a little bit about their social media team. So they use Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to develop their relationships with a variety of the people that they connect with, and that includes researchers, students, both prospective and current, alumni, and more throughout the community. Their marketing and public relations team consists of 2 full-time staff devoted to social media, and that also includes photographers, videographers, writers, designers, analysts, and a web editor, who all contribute content to their social media presence. Among the social media operations, it really is divided into 3 different categories, and that is they use social media for communications, marketing, as well as customer service, which is a very important aspect of social media today. I know a lot of other brands and industries use social media as their main customer service platform. So to be able to connect with people and address issues that they're having is a really important part of how a person views an organization these days. So here we have a quote along with a photo of Terry Coniglio. Like I said, she's the director of content strategy, and she said, "Prior to this program, our leadership team was hesitant to use their personal social media. The app has been critical to getting them comfortable with the idea of posting and engaging on social media." And, she's talking about the Hootsuite platform and being able to really connect with their staff in a way that they had not before. And so by, showing their staff, hey, these are the messages that we want you to post, you're allowed to post, I think it really encourages people to kind of break away from the hesitation to say something wrong, and really encourage interaction among the staff and students. So here we have a video I will share showing just the way that the hashtag #TheStateWay is really included in their branding efforts. It showcases their ability, their research, their different diversity, just all of the things that make up this university. They are really trying to, showcase among this hashtag. So I'll take a minute here, show this video. Okay. I want to show a little bit more about the specific things that Georgia State did among this campaign. And so I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that they've, put out there to try and connect with different audiences and things. So they keep, you can see here the phrase "the state way" on their brochures. It's also in this hashtag on their retractable banners. We have a flyer here that they use, also including the hashtag. We have the email includes the state way. The postcards they send out to, I'm assuming, prospective students and current students all include the state way. And this really helps keep the branding consistent, and it really helps drive that that voice, and really shows people that this is a message that's going to stick with them whenever they think about Georgia State University. They're going to think about this hashtag. And another way outside of the campus community that they're also promoting themselves within the community, they have car magnets, stadium billboards. This one on the bottom right is of an airport terminal. People coming in and out of the Atlanta airport. Lots of traffic. And then they also have billboards including this hashtag. So they really are putting it out there in any way that they can, and I think that really contributed to their success. And real quickly, I just want to scroll through just some pictures I found on Instagram of people using this hashtag. So we have an influencer here, using it as part of her Instagram post. We have this one on the right side, who looks like she just graduated high school and will be attending Georgia State. So she's, going to be a freshman in college already using that hashtag. And then on the opposite side of things, we have people who just graduated who are using the hashtag. And, it really kind of shows that campus, community that they have. Everybody uses the hashtag, whether it's prospective students, current students, people who just graduated. It just really, drives that community feel that they have. And as well as on Twitter, these come from the Georgia State University profiles. So, it's not just for the audiences that they're targeting. They use these hashtags as well. So we have the Georgia State University showcasing their graduates, as well as they use it to promote research that they're doing, and they really just include it on all sorts of different posts to really drive the pillars that they established back at the beginning of our presentation. And they've done a good job. This was from recently, June 8th. So this campaign was launched in 2017, and they're still using it. They're still going with it, and I think it's working for them. And one last slide here for me I want to show you is they have a link on their website that goes directly to the Stateway page, and it just shows, we have a carousel of the different posts that they have included the hashtag on there. And there's just a variety of different things that they include under this hashtag, and it really helps brand them, and it keeps that uniform, consistent voice as a university, and it really contributed to their success that they've seen over the last few years.
I'm Travis Graven, and now that you know a little bit more about Georgia State University and how they've utilized the Hootsuite platform in their marketing and communications efforts, let's briefly look at what that has produced. Officials at Georgia State measure the success of the Stateway campaign based on university rankings and third-party endorsements. By all measures, the campaign has been a huge success. Many university rankings have improved year over year. It's one of the top 5 most innovative universities in the U.S. It's the #1 public university for undergraduate teaching. It's one of the most diverse higher education institutions. It's the 3rd fastest growing research university in the country, and those are just a few of the many top-tier rankings for Georgia State. As Joy mentioned earlier in the presentation, the first couple years of the Stateway campaign generated more than 6,500 social shares, which resulted in 2.4 million social media impressions across various networks. In addition, the Stateway hashtag was used about 18,000 times, which added up to about 86 million views. But it's not just about views and followers. It's about engagement. That is what is important to the university. So when looking at analytics, Georgia State social media managers put more value on actual interactions. In just 1 year, Georgia State saw a 50% increase in Twitter connections, 28% on LinkedIn, a 22% bump on Instagram, and 10% growth on Facebook. There's a 90% social media adoption rate among high-ranking university officials and administrators. And as Sarah noted, having the Hootsuite app has made it much easier and more comfortable for university leaders to post and engage on social media themselves. In fact, Terry Caniglio, the director of content strategy, says leaders are so invested in social media and the university's strategy now that she's even been invited to meetings with the leadership team that she would not have been involved in before. So that's just another sign of how the campaign has produced results. Through social media, Georgia State is embracing brand advocacy, meaning they make it easy for employees, students, and influencers to share on-brand content from their mobile devices through Hootsuite, as you've heard explained. Using campus influencers has made a big difference. They exponentially increase reach, helping bring much more visibility to Georgia State's story. Richard Phillips, the dean of the College of Business, says social media is one of the most effective tools they use to promote the college. It helps reach a wide variety of stakeholders, including students, alumni, corporate partners, and academic colleagues. He says it's a valuable and efficient way for him to engage constituents, align with the brand promise, and at the same time optimize his investment of time. Perhaps most importantly, the Stateway became much more than a campaign tagline. It is now part of the identity and the spirit of Georgia State University, and it is widely used by the community. I think some of the successes can also be attributed to the direction and support Georgia State's PR and marketing communications team provides. They've connected the creative thinking to a structured, well-planned, and organized campaign, and then dedicated the necessary resources for all to thrive. So instead of funneling everything through their office, they've given others the tools and the support and then let them share their stories. They've developed a social media toolbox with all kinds of advice. Workshops and online trainings are available for people who may not know how to use certain apps, websites, or technologies. People have access to the university's digital photo collection to use on social media. And they offer guidance on Georgia State's brand positioning and how to consider the audience and incorporate key messages in order to connect and engage most effectively. All of these things together help achieve these successful results. There are thousands of colleges and universities across the U.S., so to stand out, your story and your message have to cut through. Georgia State University is showing and telling people how and why they are different through the Stateway campaign. And the growing community of brand advocates on social media is helping them do it very well. If you'd like to see for yourself what Georgia State is doing, I'd encourage you to take a look at one or more of their social media accounts and search for the hashtag #TheStateWay.